A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Kamara. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On second down, here's Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Easy. Ready. Yellow lady.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Demario Davis there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39!
On second down, Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Benjamin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready! Get set!
Breeze to throw on second down. Nifty move. And now running right through it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Easy.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have a side here in this second quarter. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will make it 6-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Here we go now.
Rosen off the play action. And Daniels has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Hold up. 11. Ready. Ready. Here we go.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
They start the 2nd half with Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Get set, get set, get set.
Breeze now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
14.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run it again with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On third and long, it's Breeze. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that was 2-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
The first down carry here for Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Here we go.
To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Ready? Ready?
Breeze now to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
14. 27.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carrier, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Gun! Set!
Here's Rosen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Break it down. Ready. Yellow weighty.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take